By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good evening, race fans, and thank y'all once again for tuning in on a Wednesday night back short track racing. Myrtle Beach tonight for the Bad Company Racing Late Model Stock Series. I'm Tanner Mark, joined by my TSP brother now, Mr. Corey Sherman. First time in the booth with me tonight. Corey, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me tonight.
Hey, this is something we kind of just jumped into it last minute, right? You asked if, I asked you earlier if you wanted to join me. And
yeah, I think it was kind of a joke, though.
Yeah, but
and
now
then,
we're here. Now we're
yeah,
here. That's
know,
the beautiful part. And it's cool because this week, I'm sure if you're following TSP on Facebook or any of the other leagues we race in, you've seen posts about Race Chatter coming to you live this Saturday night. It's going to be a weekly podcast, we're going to call it, but there's going to be video of us too. So I don't know what you exactly call that, but yeah. So let's talk to us about Race Chatter coming up this weekend, Corey.
Yeah, we're doing it Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, and basically we're covering all the Crooked Line, Front Row Esports, and the Blazing Pedals series. And yeah, and everybody can send in. We got I know Tanner's been promoting that a lot, but we got a link up where you guys can send in like real racing clips and also your iRacing clips. And you know, we're gonna do a fan submission part and show your guys' video too. And we got a lot of cool stuff going on, so really excited to do it.
I'm excited about the fan submission part because I mean,
yeah, I am too. I'm glad we figured that out.
Right. I'm really glad you found out how they could upload, like streamlined it, right? Because I mean, guys, you can send in literally anything. I mean, it could be photo finish, a crazy wreck, ARCA break.
Not anything. Just
right.
Deal with racing.
Right. Racing related anything.
Yeah. We might not show everything that you guys submit.
Now the show is supposed to be completely unleashed. It's not going to be buttoned up like a broadcast disc or a pre-race show. It's going to be 4 dudes sitting there just basically shooting the crap about racing, right? Just having fun. And
yeah, exactly. That's what we're wanting to do. Just have a nice, fun show, promote all these series, and yeah, and fan submissions and all that. I know people love seeing themselves in the limelight, so get those videos in because we got to comb through them for this Saturday show.
Right on. As qualifying's already underway out here, as we're sitting there shilling, but we're going to shill. I've been shilling all week, and I'm going to continue to shill because it is going to be awesome. Let's see if we can pull that side ticker up to see who's putting it on pole right now. Jason Raymond, the only guy to complete a lap thus far, sitting at a 19.28. I do know from practice, all these drivers were right on top of each other. We're talking about the field was separated by a tenth and a half, so qualifying is going to be super important tonight for these drivers.
Yeah, it is. I'm pretty sure it's going to be hard to pass. I've never raced this track or have raced the late model, but from what I've heard from people, it's going to be tough to pass tonight.
I mean, I'll give you a peek behind the curtain and say I think it's much going to be a train around the track, right? It's just especially if you're listening to these cars, they are on the chip so much, so there's not a whole lot of speed to be had in the middle of these straightaways, right? Not long straightaways, but decent enough. So not a lot of speed in the car, really, is what I'm hearing from most of the drivers when they're talking about the way the setup feels. Hearing that it's also a little bit tight. Now, this is a heavy hitter right here. Brandon Elvis coming in here tonight, Myrtle Beach, his home track. Also, want to shout out Barry Elvis Performance and Fabrication for sponsoring tonight's event as well. Huge shout out to them boys. But Brandon Ellis coming around for a second lap. This is a home track. He's probably the favorite, odds-on favorite tonight. See what he can do right here for a second lap around. P2. So Jay Place currently holding down provisional pole.
Nice. Could give a shout out to our boy too, Chris Legoo. I see him out in chat there.
All right, on. Yeah, we love seeing the people chat with us. It gives us something more and extra to talk about. So we'll start off just straightforward. Who's the pick for tonight? If you're watching, who are we pulling for tonight in the chat before we even hit the grid out here?
Yeah, these guys are still qualifying, so don't get your picks in just yet.
You gotta make the pick though before
there might be a sleeper.
It could be a sleeper. As Zach Murphy's coming around for his first lap around. See what the 29 machine can do here. Been running really good as of late as well. Has not been getting the finishes he ultimately wants. I know that just from speaking to him. Been getting caught up in incidents here on Wednesday night. So we're going to try to pilot that 29 to a clean finish here tonight. As first lap around, only P13 on the board. Going to look to get a little bit quicker for this next lap.
Lieutenant, have you made your pick tonight?
I'm gonna pick Brandon Elvis, I believe, just because I know from past experience him here, he's always really fast no matter the car. Currently slotted P4, actually. Brian Zimmerman knocked him out. What about you? So you're somebody you watch from time to time the Crooked Line Racing Series. Who's the pick for the Shermanator here tonight?
You know what? I think I'm gonna take the fan favorite. I'm taking Zimmy tonight.
Oh, Brian Zimmerman. He's always he's a strong one no matter what, right, as well. So that's gonna be we watch him in the super lates Monday nights when we get done with shop talk, and we always cheer him on. So I'm gonna cheer him on tonight. As John Monkern in the chat as well says, Justin Coleman starting last to first. So what he made, Justin Coleman, last week's winner, went flag to flag, didn't drop a lap. So he's naturally starting tail end of the field tonight. Gonna see if he can go back to back, but man, oh man, it's tough doing when you're starting in the back, especially when there's like 26 cars. As Larry Bell finished up. Now Mark Stewart's coming around for his first scoring lap here. See what he can do in the 8 machine. As the canvasser kind of sucked too. I tried to work on some to give them where you can peek over the wall a little bit, but they're still not ideal.
I think they look great, buddy.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. I see what Corey Legoo said out in the chat.
Corey Legoo. Yeah. Chris got married.
Chris Legoo. Yeah. Wow, Corey in the booth. I almost said while Chris in the booth. Yeah. While Corey in the booth. Absolutely. Had to get him to come out in the booth with us tonight. Get ready for Race Chatter. And now it's time to get ready to get that grid rocking and rolling. Let's get rid of that. Pull that up. Starting on the pole position, it's a newcomer to Crooked Line Racing, number 16, Mr. Jay Place. Starting outside row number 1, Stephen T. Johnson. Starting third, inside row number 2, Brian Gravel with Brian Zimmerman, number 28. That's Corey's pick, Chris's pick. Starting P4, and Brendan Elvis, my pick, starting P5.
We got Dalton Creech, number 36, starting in 6th. We got Brad Carpenter in 7th. Jason Raymond of the 44 starts 8th. Christopher Smith, the 80, starts 9th. Larry Bell, 43, starts 10th.
Old Belsky starting 10th, with Zach Murphy starting right outside the top 10. Todd Lanfear starting 12th to his outside. 13th, we're going to have Mark Stewart, number 8. Daniel Sweat starting 14th. And the governor, Sam Lawson, firing off in 15th.
From Carolina, Chris Sawyer is rocking out 16th, number 51. Number 23, Anthony Rednick from New York, starting 17th. 18th is Rob Hannenbach. I think that's how you say that. Sorry, buddy. Double zeros from the United States, starting 18th. Derek Stanley, 19th. number 76. Number 25, Stephen Langdon, starting 20th, Carolina.
Right on. 21st is Mitchell Mooman. Number 98, Justin Kelman. He slotted 22nd. Remember, taking the EOL. He's going to be starting dead last. Tyler Clemens, 23rd. Gary Wright's 24th. 25th, Jason Bauer. And 26th did not actually hit the grid. So 25 late model stocks out here for the Bad Company Racing.
Ooh, I am excited.
Late model stocks. Yeah, I mean, it's it can get a little crazy. It can get a little crazy. A lot of cars out here on a short track like this. Let's see if we can pull up the track stats real quick as these drivers head out on track. So you see it's a little bit over half a mile in length. So good size distance for a car like this. Normally we're on bull rings. I mean, we're talking quarter mile and maybe a little bit bigger. So a little bit bigger style track than what they're accustomed to. 81-degree track temp too, so that tells me the track's gonna have a lot of grip in it as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to the night. Thanks again for bringing me on, Tanner.
Absolutely, boss. Glad to have you. Glad to have you. It should be a banger of a night, man. It should be. I think we're gonna see a lot of different type of racing. I think you're gonna see short track racing. In terms of the bump and run, beating and banging, probably gonna see tempers fly. Probably gonna be a mixed bag of racing out here tonight. 16. Jay Place is gonna lead them to the line for the first lap around Myrtle Beach. As very delayed green there. It's like they were double file forever after the pace car, but they were off side by side far back that I can see.
Got Zimmy pulling on the outside, going for third there. Ooh, right to the bumper.
I tell you, I think you're gonna see like accordion effects all night long out here. I know last night tour mods was really bad. But right there, it looks like Stephen T. Johnson got down right behind the leader. The high side's not where you want to be at for most of the time tonight. On restarts, you can kind of make it work early, but you do got to try to get down as quick as you can. As like the top 9 or so have sorted out. Got to go back here.
Yeah, I was just looking at that everybody's, there's only a couple battles going on, but everybody seems to be pretty single file right now.
Racing for P9 right here. P8 kind of. You got Christopher Smith, Jason Raymond, Zach Murphy. They're all throw a blanket over them. And then you got Larry Bell also side by side. But somebody we got to keep tabs on all night long is this number 14 machine as he's trying to make his way up through the field. Already 6 spots up to 19th already for the number 14 car. So it's showing right there. The 14 has speed. It just does not have track position on the sides. We head back up front.
Yeah, as the battle continues, it looks like second place. Who's in second? Sorry. New to this. Brian Gravel. Second. Got past Steven Johnson there. Making his way towards Jay Place up to first. See if he can cut him down a little bit. But I did see somebody jump to pit lane there. And looks like Stephen Langdon crashed.
I think he did. SEK is showing me he entered pit lane. It's not showing me that he crashed though. So yeah, so early trouble for the 25. So he's somebody that raced with us a long time ago, is Stephen Langdon. And then he got busy with real life. This is actually his first night back. So early trouble for the number 25 car there. It's never what you want to see when somebody's coming first back, but you got to think, you got to shake the jitters off and everything, I guess. Get the cobwebs.
Oh yeah, you definitely got to do that when you get back on the track.
Actually trying to make a move over Tyler Clemens right there. As I'm trying to see if our second and third and fourth place drivers, if they are tracking down our leader or not, but it looks to be like it's holding pretty steady. Last time by, they were right there on top of each other in regards to lap time, 19.32. So with just the eye test, the second through fourth, they actually look to be a tick faster just from the eye test though.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they're all running really similar lap times there, so it's definitely gonna be hard to hunt them down when everybody's running the same pace.
Right. As we're going to jump on board with our second place driver, Brian Gravel here, as he's trying to chase down our race leader, Jay Place, out front. You see, they're kind of running the same line, too. So typically, you got two lines here. You can do the arc it in, like what we're seeing the 16 car do right there now, or you can arch it in low, like we saw Brian do. But then 1 and 2, they're almost running verbatim the same line. Of course, they don't that time because broadcaster curse, right? But
Yeah, exactly.
ooh, Brian gets into the turtles a little bit. Those are no good down there. Those really, really, really upset the car, and they can actually tear up some stuff. You hit them too much.
Yeah, it looks like the 05 of Brian Gravel's entering a little bit earlier than the leader. So we'll see if that works out. What's a fuel run?
They can go
On
about
these.
80 to 85 laps tonight. So 125 lap race. They get a few cautions. You're going to start seeing drivers maybe try to stretch it there, Corey.
Yeah, but to me right now, the whole field is single filed out. So are we going to actually see a caution?
Right. I mean, you never know. This is, like Zimmy said before we actually went live, he said, man, I've had a lot of long green flag runs here. This is a track where you just see different clusters of cars start to form, right? And they all kind of get spaced out. Is that going to be something we see here tonight? You see the 49 right on the back bumper of the 31, but hey, tell the 49, 31 has nowhere to go as well. He has 54 and the 36 right in front of him as well. Just almost like the train we're seeing right now with different type of packs out here.
Yeah, it looks like the mid part of the pack is just all clustered up, and they keep according to each other. I see that.
Right. And what Corey's hitting on there, these guys, one corner, one might hit the brakes a little bit earlier than what's anticipated, right? So then that guy has to get on the brakes a little bit harder. And as you go back, I mean, it gets worse and worse, right? And then before you know it, though, a mistake can happen. So you got to be heads up driving when you're in a pack like this. We got a little zoomed out camera right now. You can see more of the action. Do have a little bit of a battle heating up back here with Zach Murphy, Todd Lettenfear, Chris Smith, and gang.
Oh, you got one a little loose. I don't know what quarter that was off of, but you got a little loose coming out of there.
A little scary too, and there's a guy to the inside
Yeah.
as well. Or a guy just right there on top of you, basically.
It looks like we got a battle for what's that, 12th going on right now?
Ooh, we did.
Oh, caution flag.
A yellow's out on the speedway, and looks like Hottenbach, maybe Chris Sawyer. Yeah, Chris Sawyer too. Ooh, a couple cars actually. Looks like it starts up here with Derek Stanley in a 76 Miller Light Machine. Oh, a little accordion effect,
Oh,
like we were just talking about, though. Literally,
yeah.
just one guy gets on the brakes a little bit harder up in front. You're not able to, and around to go. But it all started with Anthony Rennick actually getting loose up, or not loose, but having to check up a little bit to stay off the guy in front of him.
You know I gotta say it, Tanner, but that was definitely nut code.
Sam here's that right now. That'd be awesome. I pray he's watching.
Oh, I hope so. Hey, Sam,
I pray.
better watch this back.
He'll see it eventually for sure. That's awesome.
So it looks like we have no takers down pit road.
Nobody wants to go down pit road yet, which I'm kind of shocked. Well, we say that and then 3 dip off late, but there's two of them were involved in the caution, right? So, but Tyler Clemens is taking his car down pit road here, and I'm actually shocked. I thought more would do it just to top off with fuel there, because we said they'd go about 85 laps, had a 20 lap run, but now talking with the guys during practice, a lot of them were saying you're going to have tires tonight, so maybe they're just going to stretch it out. But I mean, you never know. This might be the only caution of the race. You never know, right?
Yeah, I think they were saying they were burning the right front off of the cars here.
Right, and what that implies is it's just going to get tight as the night goes on. And that also implies it's going to be even harder to pass as more rubber gets laid down on this surface and everything. So if you're a guy up front, I definitely know you don't want to even think about pitting right now, but we know the way the fuel is going to shake out, you're going to have to at some point. So
Yeah, do you take a chance coming down
right.
under a caution, or do you take a chance under green and then a caution coming out?
It's always, that's the chess game we play as drivers, right? And it sucks.
Yep.
It sucks.
Oh, it does. Oh, I've been burned by it so many times.
Right.
But it's also helped me to win a couple times.
I mean, it giveth and it taketh away. That's for sure. When it comes to the racing gods and the way the fuel works out and taking tires under what you think is going to be the last caution or whatnot. As lights should go off, they are. Lights are off on the pace car, so Jay Place, he's the familiar face out front, but got a different foe to his outside. This time going to be Brian Gravel starting outside. Brian Zimmerman's to the inside row number 2 in the catbird seat, starting third with Stephen T. Johnson, who is known to be great at restarts. Going to see what he can do to the outside of Brian here, because you know you do not want to be in no man's land on the outside lane.
Yeah, the inside lane is where you want to be, so I'm wondering if Zimmy gets a good jump, which he did.
Zimmy got a good launch. Is he going to be able to take over P2 away from Gravel? Looks like he's definitely going to try it. He's going to test it. Got the battle of the two Bryans for P2. There are also a few different battles going on through the field. I see Creech and Elvis also going door to door back there with maybe might have been contact.
Is there too wide? The 31 to the inside. He make the pass going in 1 and 2. I don't think he's going to get him off.
It looks like the inside lane on both battles we're looking at right here. They
31 gets loose.
I was saying, look at the inside lane, like it is the advantage, right? But that outside lane can hang right now. It's hanging right there with him, and definitely create a little bit of contact. You hang a lot longer. As advantage goes to the 49 car, who's on the outside now. The 29 machine, Zach Murphy, trying to throw his name into the hat as well. Oh no! They're gonna go around to the big one. Right in front of the field. I'm trying to get clicked on the right name. Brad Carpenter. We were just talking about him. Him and Zach Murphy. Those are also teammates, by the way. Just want to throw it out there. They're racing in the same chat together right now, so.
Oh,
that's always
a good chat to begin.
Yeah, I'm just glad it's somebody else, not me this time, right? Because it's not fun when it happens. Let's see what happens here. Ooh, Brad it's almost.
Yeah, the 31 looks like he just floated up a little bit.
Yeah, and then they get hooked, and once they get hooked, it's Jesus take the wheel from that moment. But no fast repair right here, so that could possibly be race ending.
The launch is the 29 too.
It does. Holy cow. That was awesome. That wasn't awesome for Zach, of course. He didn't there you go. Let's collect some more people before we're done.
Oh, yeah. Give him a little bump at the end. Just a little boop.
All right, so now pit road, we have some takers. And I was going to say that I think that might be race ending for both those guys, and maybe a few that got involved in it. But we're seeing Brian Zimmerman bring it down pit road here. Come on, give us a camera. We can see if it's taking tires or not. I ain't going to do it. He took right sides. He did take right sides. Stephen T. Johnson elected not to, though. So, interesting call. Only 30 laps in to see Zimmerman take a set of tires. Still, right at 100 laps to go. I mean, 95 laps to go.
So, Steven took fuel only?
Fuel only for the number 1 car.
Now we're going to see the difference between fresh tires and old tires.
Right. I'm curious with the call up by Zimmy, honestly, because it does seem really early, but maybe he thinks here, Corey, maybe he thinks he can make it to the end now. But I mean, 80 laps, I'd be close. It'd be, you're going to have to save.
Oh, man. You're going to save a lot.
A lot around a little track
15 laps. You can't save 15 laps, can you?
I don't think you can around this track. I don't think so.
He just rides at the back at like 5 miles an hour.
They did it last night, though. That's what's crazy. They ended up getting like 13 extra laps out of it last night as more takers down pit road.
Oh, everybody's seeing the strategy now.
Yeah.
Or they're going in the top off, get that extra lap, so I only have to save 13.
That is that's what we have to do some Sundays, right? On BPL. I mean,
oh yeah.
You'll forego the track position to go back in there and top off, but luckily a lot of people are smart in blazing pedals, right? So you won't lose a lot of spots because there's a lot of people going to be topping off with you.
Yeah, there's usually if you're in the back, you're gonna go in and top off just in case, you know, you go those extra however many laps before the caution, say 3 to 5. A caution could come out and save you there. You could put some heavy competitors lap down.
Absolutely. I mean, chances are it's not going to, right? But there's also those chances that it will come out, right? Yeah, I mean that's like what we're talking about. It's just the chances we take, and to top off a fuel like that, it's just basically a freebie, and you get a free 3 or 4 extra laps.
Yep, and watch everybody take their wave around.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All right, 16 and 05 doing battle once again. I'm noticing my pick though. He's scooting up there ever so slowly. I need him to get up there and make me feel comfortable here in that Barry Elvis machine.
I'm not sure about mine taking tires this early, but we're gonna see how it plays out.
If I trust anybody to go in and take a strategy call like that, I'm gonna trust Zimmy out here on the short track. So
right.
we're gonna find out what he can do. Because I'll be honest, last night tour mod race, I was writing him off because he did this same strategy almost. It was like lap 40 he took tires. I was like, I don't like that call, and it worked out for him. So we'll see. He made me look dumb last night. See if he can do it again. And to the outside, and then him and the governor, they got well acquainted right then. I don't know if they made contact or not, but they got close enough where both drivers felt it for sure.
We got battle for second heating up between Elvis and Gravel.
Look, the battle's been won. 54 cars on rails right there. And may have saw a little bit of Gravel just letting him have it as well. I mean, just not fighting it too early. But now we're going to see if Elvis can get up there and chase down our race leader. I mean, our race leaders, it's been the same all race long. Jay Place has been, just seems like a 10th quicker most laps in the field. It just feels like.
Yeah, I mean, there's still 90 laps to go, so we haven't even touched on this race. Yeah, we haven't even touched on this race yet. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more excitement happening.
There's riding on the, we'll call it a drone cam almost, looking back to the field. And you can just listen. I'm going to lay out right here. You hear that chip just banging out. They are on the chip. This is some of the most I've heard it in the broadcast booth in a long time on these Wednesday nights. So,
was there an actual setup for this race?
There was. So this is
oh wow!
It was prepared this way. I mean, it was this was built by EPI. EPI built a custom fixed setup. They built it this way for some reason. I'm not sure why. I'll be honest. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of drivers saying they dislike it tonight. They're not a fan of that. And just sitting there listening to it, you hear it. I mean, they're on the chip a long time. It's actually pretty insane. They're not getting hot or anything.
Yeah, I know.
It's like Jason Raymond wants to make a move right there. Sorry to interrupt you, but then he tried to make a move the lap before, made a mistake. Now it's allowed Dalton Creeks to fall in right underneath him.
Oh, we got a crash.
Is it a big one?
Yeah, it's off. We got 2 or 3 off turn 4.
I think, was your pick involved? He lit up.
I hope not. Oh, he is.
Oh, him and the governor. That's some race team 1 on race team 1 prime.
Sam.
Yeah, he's not getting your vote, huh? When he goes up for re-election, the governor failed us.
Nope.
Let's see what happens.
Oh,
just runs him over.
Oh, then he gets run over.
Oh, then he get killed. Oh, we're trying to get turned around. Oh. But luckily, it looks like the 44 and the 28. I'm not going to say they escaped away with no damage, because obviously they got a little bit of damage, but up till about right here, they're good. Sam gets hit pretty hard right there, but rear end damage. Yeah, I don't even see no damage on that car, if I'm being honest, on the rear end.
Yeah,
Jimmy Jimmy scared me right then.
We got a lot of takers down pit road.
Lots now, a lot of cars on pit roads. It's easier actually to say who's not pitting. So looks like Gary Wright's the first guy who stayed out on track. Now he pitted on lap 30. Everybody on the track has pit except the newcomer, the race leader, Jay Place. So that's a lonely island to be on out there, Corey. You're the only guy that has not pit. He's brand new to the series, so he may not even realize what the fuel and tire situation is even like, honestly.
But then behind them, you got Stephen T. Johnson. He's only taken fuel.
He's only done fuel, and from the timing of it, it looks like Chris Smith here in the 80 only took fuel as well. Now, Derek Stanley had a 20-second stop. That tells me We got 4 Mr. Feelgoods on that car, starting P4. Yeah, the Miller Lite car. Maybe a car to watch right here. He may be about to put on a show for us.
I mean, I do love some Miller Lite, so I hope he does put on the show.
Right? What you're a beer drinker. What's your beer of choice, Corey? I've never knew it. Miller.
Miller Lite.
Miller.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yep. Yeah. Actually, Chris Legoo got me on Miller Lite. So.
Miller Lite.
Yep. That's my new. I used to drink Blue Light for a long time. You know, being so close to Canada.
Right.
It's like an hour and a half drive away. But yep, switched to Miller Lite. It's a lot less carbs. You know, trying to watch this girlish figure.
Right. All right. Gotta make sure you keep that figure in check.
Mm-hmm.
All the Canadians on our team says that Canadian beer just trumps over.
It's good.
I forget,
it is good.
You're so far. You're upstate New York, correct?
Yeah, we're halfway between Rochester and Syracuse. So
I gotta ask the dumb Southern question: what about all the snow, dude? Like, what about
what
the
about
snow?
it?
Like, you gotta. I guess you live there. You just learn to love it, don't you? In the winter.
Well, I don't love it because you have to shovel it and snow blow it, but you just deal with it.
It's just something you learn to deal with.
Yeah, I lived in North Carolina for 6 years, and I couldn't stand the heat down there during the summers. So I'd rather have my snow and enjoy my summers up here.
Right, as green flag back out, Jay gets a great launch. I just know I see like the Buffalo area for sure, always in the news about like y'all don't get inches. There's another yellows out, so breeding cautions right now.
Oh, we got a big one, parking lot.
It is a freaking parking lot. Let's go back and see what happened here. But yeah, it's insane that y'all get feet of snow. Y'all don't get it. Don't call for an inch, just call for feet. And let's see what happened here to Mark Stewart. Oh, Sam's gonna love that. Oh. That did look like net code between him and Raymond at first. It looked like big, gross, ugly net code. Maybe it wasn't. Let's see. Oh, good grief! They weren't even close to touching right then, and then he hit the worst possible point on the track, right down the inside wall. Watch, folks. It's gonna send him right back up into the racing line, and
you got nowhere to go.
Ultimately, nowhere to go for all these guys. So, back up front, Jay kept her out. I'm surprised. I have to go out on a limb and say he don't know about the fuel, because he's looking at what, about 30 laps. There we go.
Unless
there you go.
Oh, he's spinning now.
That's gonna be tough, Corey.
I was gonna say, unless he thinks there's more cautions coming out, he's trying to split the race.
Right.
I mean, that's what I would try to do with tires here if they were that important.
I'm afraid with all the track position for him more than anything, because he's given up a lot. Now, if he's able to make those fresh tires work, which I mean, he's definitely got the pace to make them work, right? If there's that big of a difference, like what them guys were telling us in practice, and it might be this. You might be witnessing the move of the race right here.
Yeah, we definitely have to see a nice green flag run so we can see the difference in the tires, because they've been getting some really fast cautions now.
Right. So it looks like Stephen T. Johnson, who inherited the lead, he put it on lap 28. Looks like the top 5 all pitted within lap 28 and lap 30. So they're all on the same rubber up there. Brian Gravel did pit lap 41. It looks like a 2-tire stop out of Gravel. So he's sitting P6. He is the closest of the fresher tires up there. And then, of course, you got to fall back here to 13. Jay Place is going to be leading the charge around. 4-tire call for Jay, pitted on lap 48. So definitely got some fresher rubber. 20-lap fresher tires in our race leader.
Yeah, like I said, I want to see a nice green flag run right here and see the difference in the tires.
Right. Yeah, it's got a few wave around cars. That's something we don't see often on a short track, is wave around cars. We see them all the time, BPL. Hell, there's a lot of times you can make or break your race if you can get a wave around, right? But
yeah.
Here on these short tracks, don't seem like we don't get them as often. We had 3 of them that time, so it must have been the way the caution fell and how they got turned around. We did see a parking lot as well. So they probably did struggle.
The lights are off the pace car.
Oh, they're going single file. Race control decided to do something different. So that's going to be a huge benefit to not only our leader, but second place. He don't have to fire on the outside now. And he's damn near, excuse my language, he's doing everything but pushing the race leader as well.
Johnson got a great launch there.
He did, man. He got like almost checked out just off the restart. That was insane. I'm already seeing Zenny making moves back there. But I'm watching the 76, Derek Stanley, up 16 spots. So got some comers and goers of this race, 76. I'm trying to figure out where he's at in the points right now. As coming into tonight, Stanley is slotted. It looks like maybe 9th in the points. Yeah, 9th in the points. So he needs a bounce back race. I know the 76 wants it. As now the 28 looking to the inside of him.
Yeah, there's been a battle going on for a few laps between 5th through 9th back there. I thought they were gonna single file it out and then just go back too wide again.
And I see Go Chain Cowboy number 14, Justin Coleman. Does have some right front damage on that car though. I see that. So he's gotten involved in a little bit of a wreck. 49 car, Jason Raymond looking to the inside of Mitchell Moomin now. Now Mooma goes way high for him. Hell, gives him a lane and a half almost down there to himself. That's going to allow the train, Hottenbach, to come there now as well. Rob to the inside. That shows how fast it happens. You miss one corner, you let one guy by, and before you know it, you're letting 3 by. Look at the top 2, though. Throw a blanket over them, and they got some real estate between themselves and 3rd place, Mr. Brian Zimmerman.
Kind of reminds me of Milwaukee Mile. When you get out of the line, everybody just freight trains right underneath you.
Milwaukee Mile, that's another gross track. I'm not a huge fan of it or New Hampshire. As a driver myself, I'm not a fan of this track either. Normally, like just coming here, no matter what car, just like I can't really ever figure this place out. Very, very tough, tricky track. As Brian's leading his own little pack around, but these top 2, they have found some serious speed now, and it's funny to speak on that. Yes, they went down pit road, but these guys only took fuel. They're on the same set of tires they started the race on, so it's new tires worse than a little bit older tires.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that right now, and yeah, Steven still has some tires in the bank, and like I said, he might be trying to split the race if late caution comes out.
Right. I mean, the closest one to him is taking tires is Brian Zimmerman, and he's over a second and a half back from the race leader. And now I do need to jump on cockpit. Let's see if he might be saving fuel. He stayed on the chip pretty hard right then, not saving fuel. It didn't sound like. We'll give him one more corner and see. Nope.
Yeah, we're at lap 60 right now, so we're getting close to almost halfway.
Right there knocking on the door now. Gotta give an update to the guy that's dominated this race, right? Dominated the first 50-something laps, 16 car. Got off sequence in the rest of the field, but it might pay off dividends. Already up 4 spots since he hit the restart. So, I mean, he's showing fresh tires. He can put in the work. He's getting the track position back, slowly but surely clawing back.
Yeah, raced with Steven before, and I know he's really good at saving tires, so I wonder if that's what he was doing early. I think he was running like between 3rd and 5th earlier and just made his way up, and still no tires on that thing.
It's impressive that the top 2 are able to create this much room and not take tires with this race yet, right? When they have fresh tires behind them. Zimmerman on 2. But yeah, my question for Stephen T right now, or if I'm rooting for the 1 car, is just how much fuel does that car have left in it now? You know, they can go about 80, 85 laps, green flag laps. There has been a few cautions, right? So, I mean, he can go a little bit further. But how far? Oh, no, he took fuel. I forgot. No, we watched it.
Yeah, he took,
yeah.
But I think it was lap 20, though. I still
lap
think
28.
he's going to be short.
Yeah, so fuel still will probably be in the in the decision making process for him? I would have to guess, right? I mean, that's 100, right at 100 laps. Coming to lap number 67.
Oh,
Don't look like they're
looks like
saving
we
now.
got it's pretty tight back there. Was that about 6th or 7th? Yeah, they're in a freight train, but they keep checking each other up back there.
That accordion effect, it's going to be the theme of the night, I'm afraid.
I think it is.
As it looks, just from the eye test, we'll go back to it. It looks like they are tracking at least Derek Stanley down. It's almost like a drafting track. You see different packs here. Pretty funny.
Yeah, for was it a half-mile track? Yeah,
Yep.
a little over a half-mile track, and like you said, we got pack racing
Yep.
going on.
This is like old school. I've been watching on NASCAR Classics, that website where you can watch a lot of the races. I've been watching a lot of the early 2000s Daytona races.
Oh
and
yeah, those are good. I've seen a couple of those.
I didn't realize they got like strung out like that back then. And they just kind of forget about it over time, right?
They almost
You had
back
to
in
drive
the
them
day,
back
they-
then. Like,
they almost ran it like a half mile.
Right.
They're letting off a little bit.
right. You actually had to drive back then. So it's pretty cool to go back and watch some of them. It's insane how much it's changed. Like now you got 43 guys basically on top of each other, right?
Yeah. But that's basically what the fans wanted. They wanted the chaos.
Right. I mean, I'll get to them. It creates chaos, that's for certain.
I mean,
Like,
I
even-
love it. I love my Daytona Talladega
you can't.
weekends.
You can't. You go to Daytona yearly, don't you?
No, we went once. We actually met Dalton there.
I thought
Oh,
y'all
yeah.
went like the last couple years.
Nope, I've only been to Daytona. I went when I was younger, but basically when I was older, this is the last one I went to. It was 2 years ago for the race, and
That's a trek.
Yeah.
Y'all fly, right? Fly down there.
yep, my parents have a place down in Florida, so we stayed there. Then we
Oh,
drove
right on.
into Daytona, and I mean, it's so much different than back in the day because I used to go to tracks all the time back in the day, but I haven't been to a track since I was like 13 or so. And even my wife Amanda said that too when we walked in. There's like no souvenir stands anymore.
Right. No, hardly no merchandise, nothing really. I mean, if you go to like
Exactly.
the actual haulers or whatever there is, so like Bristol. You ever been to Bristol?
No, I want to go to Bristol night.
Man. Oh man, it used to be the hardest ticket to get. Now they give them away, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we went every year for almost 10 years straight, and then 2019 was our last race, right whenever the pandemic hit. And the night, I mean, I've been to day race and night race. Of course, you gotta go to the night race, but
Yeah.
I've never been to Daytona. I've been inside the track Daytona, but I've never been there when there was a race going on. So that's a bucket list track for me, of course, Daytona. And you need to get to Bristol.
Oh, I want to get to Bristol really bad. But I'll tell you one thing that's funny from doing iRacing and all that. You're running
Right.
the track, and you go to the track. Pit lane looks so much smaller to the entrance. You know where you have to get off the track. It looks so much smaller than it is on iRacing. You're like, man, I get off that quick.
Right. That's awesome. So you've only been one time. Yeah, I thought for whatever reason I thought y'all went down there like yearly. I thought it was like a yearly thing. You met Oak Hill Road down there. If everybody you could have met on off iRacing, you chose Dalton.
He's the only one down there.
That's awesome. That is awesome when y'all got to meet. That's pretty cool. Look at Stephen T. These old tires. I'm telling you, we come back to Myrtle Beach. I'm not pitting for tires because
I wouldn't either. They're pulling away.
they are pulling them.
They're gapping Zimmerman.
Right. Let's jump back on board with Zammy one more time, see if he's saving fuel, because he's been known to do that. He definitely lived it earlier, but he was still banging a chip for what it's worth. Let's listen this time. Well, he drove it off a cliff right then, like he never lifted. So it's hard to get a read on him. I can't tell what he's doing.
When's let me see. When's the last time that Christopher Smith pit?
He pit on lap 30, so Stephen T went 28. Chris
So-
went 30.
Both those guys have to pit, and is it Zimmy's good to go, isn't he?
Zimmy pit on the same lap with them. Zimmy pit on
Oh.
lap 28. So
Oh man,
now
is nobody good to go?
it's tough. I'm looking back here. Daniel Sweat pit on lap 48. Larry Bell and Jay Place, they went on 48. Can they make it? It's gonna be close.
Yeah, they can make it on 48.
Oh yeah, 48 they can make it. Yeah. Now there's a lot of people that pit on lap 41. Now that's gonna be close.
Good. Yeah, that's only 4 laps though. You said they were saving like 15 laps here.
They went 13 laps last night in the tour mods. Same track, just different car. 13 laps. I was surprised by that too, because I was honestly writing Zimmerman off. Like, was legit writing him off, not only because of fuel, but just because of the tire situation. But he decided to take him so much earlier. I wanted to come back up here up front. Like Chris was hounding our race leader. Looks like he enters the corner a little bit quicker than what Stephen T does, but looks like Stephen T can.
Oh
get him
yeah,
off
he's
the
right
corner,
on them now.
and he's actually there now. Stephen T got wicked
Caution
loose.
on the speedway.
Oh, that's gonna really change a lot of things out here for these drivers.
That is.
I don't even.
Do you take your tires now?
I think you have to. I think you have to assume this is the last caution, even though it may not be, right? I mean, chances are it may not be, right? It's telling me Rob Hottenbach here. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, that's what I got too.
Took me forever to find it. See what happens here. Pushes up a little bit there, but just get a little bit of help.
Ooh.
Jay Place, remember, he's been the race leader all night until he wasn't, right? Until he pitted. Might be seeing a little frustration, maybe out of 16s, trying to get up very quick, or could have been something as harmless as just a mistake, right? Believe it or not, those do happen, but just got in the back of Hottenbach there.
He knows there's not a lot of laps left, and you got to go. And like you said, it's a 1-lane track,
Right,
so
right.
you might have to move someone.
But the one thing that sucks is if he's deemed at fault, right, he's going to go to the tail end. So you lose basically everything you gain beforehand. Before that, it's basically thrown away. So we're going to see if Jay goes to the back or not. He may leave it up to admin's discretion, and he may not go to the back. We'll see. But right now, there's one thing for certain. I'm shocked. Stephen T, Chris Smith, neither one went down pit road.
Come on.
I got to pull up Stephen T. I got to figure out.
Come on. He has to pit, right?
Yeah, I thought so. Stephen T, you're live in the booth. Got a copy?
How's it going?
Hey, Steven.
We're currently flabbergasted right now. What's the fuel situation looking like for you, brother?
I saved under the last like 3 or 4 cautions after the pit stop, so right now I'm 5 laps. Actually, about 8 laps to the good right now.
Oh.
What?
Oh,
really?
So fuel is a non-factor, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, anyone who pitted on 28, 29, if they've been saving fuel under caution, they're okay. Everybody pitted like 40 or so, they can just run it hard to the end.
Wow. All right. Well, there's our answer, Corey. Well, good luck, Steven.
Yeah.
Looking pretty out front.
Thanks,
Got enough
Steven.
fuel.
Good luck, buddy.
All right, I have no idea how to drive this track. You got any ideas?
You're doing pretty good. So just do what you're doing.
Fast
Okay.
and left. Don't ever try
I'm
to
trying. I just bought this track an hour ago.
Holy
Awesome.
hell. That's awesome.
Don't let that AD turn you, and you'll win.
No pressure, right?
Yeah, no pressure. Good luck, bro.
All right.
Dude, I could have put all my money down that they were not good on
I
fuel.
thought you said it was 80 laps.
80,
That's what I heard
80
too.
laps is what I've heard. Brian
They're
Zimmerman
lying to
lied
us,
to us. He
Tanner.
lied to
They're
us.
lying.
Ain't that something? Brian Zimmerman lied to me.
Well, you said that. Well, if you did pit on close to 30 with 80, that'd be 1 something, and then you said with the cautions and
Right. I mean, I guess.
you said they were saving like 15 laps,
They
so
went-
maybe we
right.
were way off.
I guess.
Sorry, folks.
I really did not expect. I thought maybe Zimmerman could have made it.
Oh, look at that launch by
Yeah.
Stephen T. Johnson's gone.
Gonna see if Chris Smith can reel him back in now. If Zimmerman, if he was saving anything a while ago, he can't save now. It's push time now.
Nope.
Got
Yeah, it's
35
definitely
laps
push
to go.
time.
Woohoo!
He's to the inside of Christopher Smith.
As Chris is gonna go up high here, but just look at the run off he gets. Just that momentum
was
on the
good.
high side right there was.
Yeah.
insane. You got a good battle right here for P5, I believe. Derek Stanley looking to the inside of Brandon Elvis here. As I forgot, but need to mention that Barry Elvis Performance and Fabrication sponsored for tonight's event, local to Myrtle Beach. I know he used to have a lot of clientele from drivers that worked at Myrtle Beach or raced at Myrtle Beach. So shout them boys out for sponsoring tonight's race.
And also TrueSimProductions. There's 14 of you guys watching. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that bell notification every time TSP goes live, and make sure you subscribe. Tell all your friends.
Absolutely. Good job with that.
You like that?
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
good one.
Yeah, I like that.
I have to work on that, for Saturday nights.
Right. I'm excited about that. Coming this Saturday night, we're going to talk about it again. Race Chatter. It's going to be an uncut version of a podcast, basically, where we're talking about what's happening that week with True Sim, what we raced that week as far as Crooked Line, Front Row, and Blazing Pedals, of course. So we do a lot of racing here at Crooked Line, so there's a lot to talk about with CLR.
We got a battle for the lead right now.
And we have a battle for the race lead. Now, I'm curious to see what the 80 does here now, because I know he wants another win.
Who's been saving more?
Who's been saving more? And, I mean, it's a testament to these short tracks, but getting there's only half the battle, right? You got to make the pass, too, and it's shown to be a task all night.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's a one-lane track, 29 laps to go. Do you try to make that move to the outside and hope the 28 doesn't get really close to you?
Right. It is it's go time for sure. We saw these two battling it out, Stanley and Elvis, except it's like road reversal. Now Elvis to the inside, trying to put the power down to get around the 76 here. But that high side, I mean, I have been impressed by how they're able to hang on up there. They're getting the momentum off. They're losing a little bit on the entry every time, but that's to be expected. Now Coleman.
Oh, we got a blinker.
And Elvis is just gone.
He's gone. Oh, there he is.
He was going for a good bit. That was more than a blink right there, huh?
Yeah, that's some electrical issues for the 54.
That's what Sam says. I always crack up. As looking back up front, it's still a two-car breakaway tandem, but now Stephen T's got a little bit of real estate between himself and second place. I say that, and look,
yeah.
Chris just gets into the corner much harder. He drives it off in there much harder, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like Steven's entering a little bit higher into 1 and 2, and Apex and late there, and he's getting that run going down the backstretch.
And I was just catching up on the chat a little bit. Dalton Creech looks like he's not happy, that's Dalton Creech. He's not happy with a driver out here. Voicing his displeasure in the chat. Love to see it. Love to see the emotion. That means they care, right?
Oh yeah, everybody. If you're a driver and you're out here racing, you care. I mean, you spent money buying your wheel, pedals, all that. You care about this.
Absolutely. If you don't, then what are you doing?
Yeah, then why are you out here?
Right. As my pick just passed your pick. I hate to say I remember, but I remember. We're going to see. 54
Come
car.
on, Sammy. Hammer down.
54 car might be coming, folks, but it might be a little late. Only 20 laps to go. Laps are clicking off here pretty quick. You're looking at 19 seconds a click. So, as Elvis making a hard look to the inside, is he going to be able to make the pass here in one corner?
Elvis is coming. When's last? Did he get tires last pit stop?
He got 11-second stop. I'd say probably 2 tires. He put on lap 41. So it looks like a 2-tire call out of the 54 car.
So those are only 20 lap better than the leaders there.
Not even that. 13 laps better.
Oh.
So I don't know if he necessarily.
I don't know what's going on with tires here, Tanner.
Right.
I don't know what's going on with tires. I don't know what's going on with fuel. They just keep telling us lies.
I don't get it. I don't understand.
Oh, we got one going around.
Oh, that's
Big
a
accident.
big hit for the
44 is involved.
44. Big hit for the governor there. Almost went end over end. If we're going to line it back, try to see if we can get a better look what happened here.
Yeah, it looks like the 49 got in the 76 there, but
I feel like did the 76 had to check up for the 14,
oh
maybe,
yeah,
I think.
yeah, he hit the apron, got a little loose and checking up, and we've been talking about it all night. That accordion effect, that's gonna be the killer.
You know, I was just thinking too. So I said they had 13 lap first. No, that's wrong. They have almost 40 lap fresh tires. Remember, because our front two have not pit. They pit, but they have not taken tires. I gotta remember that. They're on the old tires. So Brandon Elvis took 2 tires on lap 41. So 40 lap fresher tires on the right side. Been used a little bit now. They have been used a little bit. And old tires has looked to be the preferred set of tires as far as pace goes.
But also the 54 is right there
Right,
with the one now.
He's there.
Yeah, so now how good are tires?
Right. And earlier, I mean, when they to establish that lead, they kind of had a little bit of a buffer between them, I believe, right? Now there's not a
yeah,
buffer there
Elvis had
anymore.
to work his way back through the field, and obviously lost some time with that. And obviously Steven being out front, he's gonna pull away a little bit.
Right.
With the 80 was right there with him. I don't know what's about to happen now. I mean, I don't know. Does everybody have fuel? Is everybody going to have fuel?
I don't know about fuel anymore, man. I have no idea. I don't even want to give an answer for fuel because clearly I didn't know before.
Tires good? I don't know. I don't know if tires are good anymore.
Right.
They said they were burning out the right fronts, and Stephen T. Johnson's putting on a clinic with old tires.
Right. I feel like it's this whole night, everything we learned from these drivers in practice was nothing but a lie. There wasn't a lot of people in there. Maybe they were.
They're just trolling. They're trolling us, Tanner.
Yeah, we got trolled pretty hard tonight. Pretty hard
Yeah,
on the fuel because I definitely never thought our front two were sitting good on fuel. Like not only sitting good, but had extra. Had something to spare.
Tanner, I'm not gonna lie to you. I have a notepad in front of me that says 80 laps of fuel.
Right. So, I mean, we're not going crazy. We definitely heard it. Both of us. We definitely heard it.
And right below it says burning right front.
So everything we heard tonight, it was not true. All right.
They're double. Re-rack them, restack them.
Yep. Let's try it again. Will cautions breed cautions here?
I don't know. Maybe little caution babies coming out. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
I mean, we have 14 laps to go. They're gonna go all out right now.
And
We're gonna see the difference between what tires.
Right, that's what I was about to say. You're gonna notice if there's an advantage for the 54 to be had when it comes to having fresh rubber, we're gonna be able to tell pretty quick. Stephen T. Johnson waits a long time to follow off plate. Like Elvis may actually got into the back of him a little bit there. As front two have got single filed out. Oh, 80 moving the one car a little bit. A little bit of bumper tag. The one car blocks it as it may be open hunting season up here in the front. As another shot. Holy hell. Getting ready to see fireworks here at Myrtle Beach to the inside. Battle for the race lead here. 80 knows he's got to go. Against the Turtles, they're not going to be able to survive like that, Corey. Won't be able to survive. One car wins that battle.
54 peaks low on the 80 now.
Oh, my goodness. Now the 54 to the inside. As the one, this is exactly what Steven wants to see, though.
Some lap cars, too, because I think there's a spin in the back on the restart.
Oh, there is. Good catch. Now the one needs the 54 and the 80 to battle, but they do not. They get it sorted out quick. Now the 54, he's hunting. He's hunting. Will lap traffic also, like you noted, will that play a factor as we look on board, Steven?
They're catching them quick.
Yeah, look, they're there, honey. I mean, we're there. Paxton Chris Sawyer there. Got by him. He gave him the line. So now it looks to be somewhat clear in front of Steven. Let's see when he gets on the straightaway. We'll be able to really tell.
Does Elvis have the tires?
Does he have the tires? I don't think lap traffic will play effect, but I think tires most definitely will because he is there. It's going to be 8 laps to go this time by the stripe. Can Elvis win at his home track with his uncle sponsoring the race? Can he
That'd
put
be
it all
huge for
together?
him.
It would be. I know he messaged me today, said he has some folks excited to watch tonight as he's applying the pressure to the one, trying to force a mistake out of the one car.
We have a battle for third going on also.
And big bumper tag. Oh, that may be a yellow going to send the one car around.
In the wall.
Oh, that's not what Elvis wants though, because that might be. Do I even want to say it?
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
claim it? If
We
claim
gotta
this?
go to the chase view on that one. There it is.
Do you claim it? What happens here? Oh,
Oh,
call
yep.
it, Corey.
Oh,
what do you
bumper
see?
tagged them.
Yeah,
Bumper tagged them.
just a little bit of bumper
I've
tag.
done it many times.
Just a little bit of bumper tag. May have just been trying to move Steven, right? Just shove him up the track a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like when he started coming down lower, it just hit that bumper at the perfect thing and just got Steven.
It was like instant too,
Well,
huh? Soon as the contact was initiated, well, I guess Steven's gonna be forced to go down pit road now. He was gonna try to go to the race without it, but I mean that's just racing, right? That's short track racing. That's why we love it, right? We love it for the bumps and bruises along the way. Do I think Elvis intentionally went there and bumped him? I don't. Or well, wait. Let me rephrase that. Do I think Elvis intentionally bumped him? Absolutely. Do I think he meant to wreck him? I don't. I don't think he meant to wreck him by no means.
No, he was just trying to get him loose,
Right.
set him up the track so he could get the inside lane coming off, and it's racing.
It's racing, buddy. I mean, just the way the nose lined up with the tail end of that one machine, just kind of shot him off like a pinball. Now, I'm curious to see when they go 2 to green, does the 54 claim the caution? Can you claim a caution if you know you got a race win right there behind it? That'd be tough, huh?
Well, let me ask you this, Tanner, because I didn't read the rule book before I jumped in here. So if he doesn't claim it, what happens?
It'll go to the admin meeting when we close up shop, and the record book will say he won, right? But in regards to points, he'll be penalized, right? He'll lose a lot of points.
Okay.
I think the number's 25, I believe, off the top of my head. I'm not 100% certain on that, but I know it's a penalty. It's a stiff enough penalty where, like, yeah, cool, you won, but
you want to claim it,
right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I gotcha.
And it could be even something to be parked next week. It just depends. I can't remember how it's wrote. Brandon Mettler usually handles all the claims for me here. He brought a new system to kind of persuade people to claim it, but I'll be honest, this is the first time this kind of situation's happened. So,
I mean, yeah, you gotta make the penalties stiff. So
right.
you guys just don't all willy nilly crash people at Talladega,
right? And I'll be honest, I'm still on Team Corey for that one, by the way. And that's not kissing no tail.
Yeah,
going for your first win. And
yeah.
what do we always say? Oh, it's Talladega last lap. I ain't lifting. What we all say.
Yeah, and I didn't.
Everybody says we ain't lifting last lap Talladega. Not lifting. That's what everybody says. And you did it, and you won. I don't care what anybody says about the one. You look in the Blazing Pedal Sim Racer Hub. It says you won that race.
Exactly. Here we go. Going back green, 50-40 to the inside. Great launch by the 80.
He did get a great launch on that outside lane. That's something we haven't seen a lot of tonight. That outside lane has not been able to fire off with the leader, but it happened there. But only for a short moment, because now the 14 to the inside, Chris Smith is having a battle now with Bad Company Racing teammates. Oh, we got a caution going around Daniel Sweat. 07 car.
Going green, white, checkered.
Yes, we are. And